with 30 picks, which is absurd for the Knicks. So those two bans definitely making sense. And the fours seem to be the targets of these first two bans.
Joe, what are the other big Baboka heroes other than the Earth Spirit?
The Knicks.
The Knicks,
Sand King.
yeah. Oh, the Sand King.
Just the same, similar to majority of the teams, right?
Yeah.
So those were homers.
Invictus Gaming.
Well, actually opening up with the Lich. I mean, that, again, a very strong hero at the moment.
Yep.
Picked a lot.
It's
Actually,
been picked.
Yeah, looked at a lot.
Yeah, it's been picked up a lot in the first two. It was banned out last game, right? Yeah, it was banned out first two last game.
Yeah, it was when it, yeah.
HR banned that instead of the Earth Spirit. So this time they do get the Lich, which has been super popular across all the group stages now after the first day. First day was Shadow Shaman Venomancer. Second day was Lich, and I don't remember what the other hero was. And now people are starting to get it.
We had a lot of Shaker, haven't we? We had a lot
Lich Shaker
of Sand
was
Kings.
second day.
Yeah.
Then third day kind of became back toward the Puck Sand King thing that we were used to.
Yeah, Puck Sand King's hot.
Yeah, it doesn't have the greatest win rate, but everyone's picking it too, so it does, of course.
Yeah, I guess
drop
that's right, because
it a bit.
you are going to have the lesser teams like copying the top teams.
Yeah.
In that sense, and what Dazzle?
Okay, Dazzle.
All right, first pick. Yeah, I think if you're HellRaisers, you just straight up pick an axe.
I mean, you may want to. I know that they do actually play it now.
They'd strike me as the kind of team that would. I'm sure 33 can play good axe.
I'm pretty sure 33 plays axe. Yeah. So IG, they grab the Dazzle. That's a good way to deal with the Lich armor right away, right? Weave later on, not of course early in the game, but that's probably not what they're going for. They're probably going for more of a push lineup.
Oh, yeah, IG no. Just take the DP. There's going to be a chance this gets banned out, and they're so good at playing around it. Such a strong hero at the moment.
Yeah, Dazzle DP.
It's scary.
So good. The sustain for the push is incredibly good. So now for the later stages, from what we've been actually hearing and seeing, is teams now when they play versus the Lich, they tend to pick a diffusal carry.
Yes.
So the PLs or agi carries in general to build out diffusal blade to remove that armor.
To be fair, Burning could indeed just play the troll again.
Yeah, he could just play troll again.
No reason to not play the troll. I wonder if HellRaisers even.
I think they'll ban it. I think they should probably ban it.
Yeah.
Even though I would say that IG tends to leave Burning's hero mostly for last. It's definitely a possibility that they pick up third, fourth troll warlord.
Yeah, definitely. HellRaisers, come on. Let's see something different and exciting. Just pick the axe.
Pick the void.
The void?
I don't know. Pick something. Change it up. I don't know. They're struggling.
Void's not bad. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, void. Yeah, I like that. Void or axe.
Gives them a good lane already, right? Gives them the Lich Void. It's always fun. Maybe the Legion Commander could be decent. One of those kind of pairings, just to have themselves really strong lanes.
Maybe even just pick the Silencer. We've seen that have a lot of success against a lot of lineups, and
that's good versus the Dazzle. As long as you have Initiator, though. Then if they pick the Silencer here, then we'll see IG ban out the big starters, the Legion. Yeah. Let's see which one they want to go for.
There's your Void.
They do take the Void.
There's your Void. Okay. Cool. Okay.
Void Lich combo is nice. Chrono and Chain Frost, and the lanes, of course, is pretty cool. However, Death Prophet is a very good hero versus Void because you have a built-in silence.
I mean, to be fair, maybe IG themselves pick the Silencer. You know, they're a team that they play it. They play it core, don't they? In the past, hasn't Burning played some core Silencer?
I think I've seen them run. I don't think at this tournament, but I definitely have seen them run a Silencer before. So let's scroll through. Let's see how wrong we are. I'm gonna scroll through.
Yeah, let's see how wrong.
I'm gonna scroll through 30 games and see if we've won Silencer. Let's see.
Yeah, there we go.
We got one. Where?
Wait, there, at the bottom of that page.
Oh, you're
lost
right.
it.
I see it
now.
Who
played it? Who played it?
From MDL. Let's find out.
Okay, then they did play support. Was it Q?
Damn, I clicked the wrong button every time. There we go. It was.
Yeah, Q Silencer.
Played it. Okay.
Yeah. And they picked it with the Death Prophet, didn't they? So yeah, let's go.
And with the Troll Warlord.
Dude, yeah, just pick Silencer Troll and you win the game. They made you do that. They absolutely made you.
But that time they did have a hard stun, and it would be Q playing it, and Dazzle. I think that's Q's hero already. I don't really see Baboka playing.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Yeah.
I think something else, an Initiator, or some way to start the fight for Baboka, some type of like Sand King, just some lockdown. Sand King, Slardar. Maybe the Slardar, because maybe they want to just do super minus armor with the Dazzle, Death Prophet, Slardar. They can just do all that in unison. Be able to always take
Death
objectives.
Prophet, Slardar, that's nasty. Yeah, that certainly could be a Baboka player.
If they want to do that, I think Sand King might be more likely just because of the popularity of it. Slardar's fallen off. So they banned the heroes that can help themselves middle, the Puck and the Quap. So I'm thinking Baboka's gonna play something that he's gonna sit on mid with, just to make this Death Prophet's life that much easier.
HellRaisers, I think it was saying, ban the troll. Ban. Just ban it.
think
Ban
they're
those diffusal blade
They're in
builders.
such fear from that last game. I would imagine that they can, right? They banned out the Air Spirit, they banned out the Bat. What other heroes are left? The Disruptor? But yeah, IG's not going to play
Oh,
Disruptor
you know
this
what I
game.
would love to see? And I reckon they could do it. What about the Baboka Ricky?
Oh, that could be fun.
That could be pretty nice, couldn't it?
I would
With the weave and the ultimate.
I probably want
catching out
them-
the void.
I probably want them to have a disabler on Baboka,
Okay.
I think, this game. But it could be interesting.
Yeah,
This
still to lack of stuns. Yeah, I
smoke
get ya.
screen could be cool versus Void, but since
Yeah.
they have a Dazzle support, it makes it...
Well, a little too weak for you. Like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Because then they have to have XXS on some big, like, stunning hero. Like some Tidehunter or some Magnus. I don't think they've ran Mag in a long time, though, but... It was one
Well,
of
you're
his
right.
bests.
They haven't, and yeah, it is one of his best. Yeah, let's get some Magnus in.
I'm down for some
I was
Magnus,
saying
dude.
before this game, I was like,
I'm down for Mag Troll. Let's go.
It's had a great win rate. I think it was 7 games, and it's up there in the 80% win rate with the Magnus.
Yeah, I mean, LGD's been, of course, inflating that win rate.
Ah, there's
but
the one
they
you're
go
on
for
about.
the
Yeah.
sinking. The safe guaranteed stun, 2.17 second duration versus Void. Okay, HR goes for a bounty. So a vision hero to be able to find the Dazzle in the backlines, and they are trying to address the lanes in this game. They picked the Lich first on to help the lanes, and now bounty to assist lanes on the sides too.
10 seconds remaining.
So they're trying to. I think this last game they may be thinking our lanes went so crappy that we thought we couldn't fight. Now they're trying to make that adjustment. But they also have the Lich Void, which is pretty cool for team. I mean, I'm still. I mean, my fingers are crossed for some Mag Troll. Now that we mentioned it, I'm hoping for some IG Mag Troll.
It would be a perfect finisher here, I think.
That'd be fun.
Definitely the troll, at least. That definitely has got to be high on the mind. Unless IG do just want to, switch it up and try something else out. Maybe feeling very confident in this head-to-head, and feel like they can get Bunny on something else for the change. I mean, I still said it first game, burning Morphling. Let's get some Morphling out. You know, this game again, no silences, easy morph.
I'm still leaning on the troll.
Or the burning Terrorblade. Let's go Terrorblade. Actually, no, Terrorblade not great.
HellRaisers.
That wouldn't be too bad. There's
Legion.
XXS's.
Okay,
I mean,
so that's XS
okay.
0. Not a Mag, but
Dude, the burning silencer. Let's go. You got the Legion.
yeah, they've got the hero to start. They've got 2 heroes now to start the fight. Legion can be pretty nice here because those heroes do nothing to him in the lane. XXS is gonna get like full experience in this game. He's gonna be super high level. It's gonna be similar to the last one where he pressures. Maybe we see Baboka actually play around him. Maybe they pick Burning, a self-reliant hero, and they actually put like Dazzle Legion top to build the pressure even more.
Well, like a burning Weaver.
I don't know, something like, I don't know about Weaver versus Void, but there's something they can leave him a bit alone with, because I already think that this Legion commander is gonna have like the freest game ever in that top lane. Lich Bounty Hunter, not really great at zoning heroes out early on. Maybe once they get a couple levels, but
10 seconds remaining.
we'll see where this Lich and Void actually go, because we don't know. Is this a safe lane Void? Is this an off lane Void? We're not 100% sure yet.
I think it'd be most likely to be offlane, I think.
More than likely.
So I think 33 players done it.
Turn to ban.
Yeah, and that's what IG are thinking as well with the Ursa ban.
Yeah, they're like, HellRaisers lineup is lacking damage. All they have is really the Lina and Lich ulti inside Chrono. Bounty Hunter and Lich's damage is pretty underwhelming until they get high levels, until they get their 6s. So now the Legion's able to, at least, he can purge off the track. They've got that now guaranteed more lockdown for the Faceless Void for IG. Can be quite nice.
Where's this ban going to go? Still looking at Burning's heroes.
I think you still have to ban the Troll as
Yeah,
HellRaisers.
I think the Troll is definitely the one that's going to be on the mind.
Because even with the Legion, you have your Battle Trance plus
Yeah.
Legion can be pretty devastating. And he just fits so well into Death Prophet Dazzle.
There we
Yeah,
have
they
it.
get
There's
it.
the Troll ban. Is there any chance that we see IG go full dirt and whip out a Burning Huskar?
Oh, that would really,
It would-
that would be devastating.
It would kind of suck for
Oh, I
HellRaisers,
hope they
wouldn't
do it. I hope
just
they
pick
do
Huskar.
it. I don't think they will, but they might.
Well, Zero's got it.
Oh, maybe
Okay,
not
no. Okay, yeah.
Maybe not anymore.
That's good. That's good. Timber Saw.
So that'll be the offlaner, right?
Yeah, I guess so. So it is a safe lane Void. All right.
Or maybe they
I mean,
want the Legion versus the Timber versus the Legion somehow. Legion does okay.
Yeah.
Legion does okay in that matchup
Yeah.
though.
10 seconds remaining.
Let's see what IG2 do here with this final one. Dude,
Not a lot of time. They've only got like 10 seconds.
No, yeah, they've got to make a choice quick, and here we go. There's the Sven. Okay. So, one of those heroes feels like he's picked quite a lot of the time in reaction to the Void, as it's a core that doesn't care too much about being Chrono. Chances are he can live through it, but you are picking this melee strength hero into a Timbersaw lineup. You know, the Timbersaw starts to go ham. You know, Timber does not give a damn about the war cry on Sven.
So Timber offlane.
Okay, and it is just Swift ending Void. Alright. I mean, I think overall, I kind of fancy HellRaisers' chances better than what they had in game 1.
Yeah, they've got
this time around.
They've got a little bit of better lanes. Playing with Bounty Hunter can be a bit tricky, though. You get behind, especially if you're playing a Bounty Hunter versus a Death Prophet Dazzle lineup, there's a time where they may just actually take all your building set. But that being said, Sven does take a little bit of time to get online.
We'll see. I mean, it feels like, yeah, you know, I mean, you say with the Bounty Hunter, it's like, who do you gank at the start? It's
none of these heroes.
All
everyone's
three
so
cores
tanky.
are so hard to gank. Yeah, Death Prophet's like one of the hardest heroes to gank in the mid lane. Legion Commander's going to be fine after a couple of levels, and Sven, he's just going to war cry out of there. It's going to be so hard for Milan to do anything.
Yeah, I really like IG's lineup, to be honest. I mean, it helps that they're IG versus HR in this one round, but theirs is just, it's comfort picks, and I don't know if they're going to be able to relieve the pressure because of this Death Prophet in order to pressure Sven. It's just that they have so many things that they have to deal with pretty much on the side of HR. It's Legion going to get a good lane top. They have to make sure that the Sven doesn't free farm, but then it's OP. You know, there's just those 3 cores are definitely big issues, and they don't have great ways of shutting them down. So let's see how they do end up deciding how the lanes go. It looks like 33 wants to be matched up versus the Legion, as we said, and they're going to put Swift ending top. So they're going to do Lich Void top, but it's a carry Void, and they're setting up the Timber in a 1v1 versus Legion, and the Bounty's just going to run around and try to mirror Baboka's movements. Alright. That's a little bit better. At least the Timber's going to get farm and levels, so he's not sacked by any means. IG looks like they want to smoke up. This is the old way to deal with Bounty Hunter. You smoke right away at the start, you carry dust, and if your smoke breaks, pop the dust and you kill him. Milan positioned up on the high ground. IG's waiting for this delayed smoke for the Bounty Ruins.
Yeah, I mean, as long as they have Boca on the front lines, they should have a chance to catch him here. That is going to be your first blood. They do stack the stuns, but it shouldn't matter with the heal bomb flying through with as much damage as it does. And bonus there for Burning. Does manage to get the final touch. That's a tasty bit of a bounty from there. 284 gold into his bank.
See Burning's items. The double mango build on Sven. And they're still invading.
They get more out of this? I mean, the HellRaisers they're trying to fight back. They are going to have a sizable heal bomb here. You know, Q's saving it for the opportune moment, and they're going to get it. Q will go down.
They want that bounty rune, though.
Whoa, Swift! We'll still be able to get it.
Is IG going to get all 4 bounty runes? They've gotten 3. They're going for the last one.
Swift got it. Swift got it.
Oh,
he did. He managed to time walk just in front of him. It was close.
I got excited.
He just about jumped in front of him and got it. But yeah, they're going to get the other one.
They got
Burning. So Burning gets killed, gets an assist, gets a bounty rune. It's a good start for the safe lane Sven.
Yeah, halfway to level 2 already.
But of course, HellRaisers, they do manage to get that kill in return. And it was Kaiser getting the kill as well, so nice little help there for the mid lane leader. Already. Milan there. Looking to trade hits. Boca's in the neighborhood though. Milan does have to be careful. Dust is there. Of course, still on Boca. Lays down the sentry. He is fully prepared for Milan's shenanigans in the mid lane.
Lanes are fairly even. I'd say IG wins the mid lane a little bit harder. Bottom lane, Legion Commander wins the first few levels. You can put a good amount of pressure on Timber until he gets that level 3 reactive armor. And then top lane, it's a Lich Void. So they're gonna be able to pull the lane back always versus the Sven. However, it's IG in their safe lane. So as long as they have their pulls open, they should be able to win that one. So I'd say IG is slightly favored in this laning matchup for now.
Top lane already putting some pressure in on the tower. So just shoving and pulling, keeping control.
Yeah, even popping the Warcry on Burning to make sure that they're missing those last hits under the tower because of that pesky armor. Even throwing some heal bombs too. Oh, they're being obnoxious, not letting that Void properly last hit.
It's another kill.
Oh man.
For Boca and OP turning up the heat. as they head in and chase down Milan, and that is not good news for the bounty when you start off the game. Couple of minutes in, couple of deaths. I mean, we already knew it was going to be hard for Milan to do much in this laning stage, and it's indeed seeming to be the start that we sort of expected for the bounty.
Yeah, it's really tough to deal with that because Sand King and Death Prophet just a much stronger dual lane. But at the being said, OP's getting blocked up a lot by Milan right now. Kaiser does not have a Dragon Slave though. OP able to walk it off. So the really nice thing about this Legion Commander versus the Timbersaw matchup, you know, people probably think it's like, oh, strength versus strength, melee.
Is Baboka getting the courier?
Oh, no, he's not going to be able to get it. Is he?
He can Burrow Strike and do it, can he?
Oh, that's crazy. The Legion's able to, of course, the right-click harassment is high for Moment Courage, but you can also press the attack and remove the Whirling Death debuff off, which really helps in that matchup. So, yeah, XXS knows the ins and outs of that one every single time. Purges it off right away.
Mid lane Baboka really wanting to do something with this Invis rune, but Kaiser is playing careful. Top lane, Burning being chased down by Swift. Both him and Q actually getting harassed pretty heavily there. Yarn can see Milan. He may get this one. Comes in with a wraparound, looking for Q, and he'll take it.
Nice.
Nicely done there by Milan. Sees an opportunity, gets himself in place.
That's done. HellRaisers doing pretty damn good though in this laning matchup. They're able to, once they're starting to pull a couple levels, that's when the matchups become easier. The Timbersaw doesn't care so much about the Legion Commander. Once you get more points in Whirling Death, Lich gets more points in Sacrifice. They can keep pulling the lane back more and more and hurting that Sven's farm. But the mid lane is the big discrepancy where Death Prophet's going to be a good chunk ahead of that Lina.
Burning. See what kind of build he goes for this game. Expect the Mask of Madness.
Yeah, just Transmom.
Yeah.
Transmom Blink. So now IG is able to actually pull the lane back, which should be super useful because they need to be doing that. It's good. And where's Baboka making his moves?
Could look to try and head down bottom. I mean, I imagine the Timbersaw's quite a hard kill.
Yeah, it's still too difficult.
Really, yeah.
Yeah, the reactive armors are it's just way too much. They need to make a move with like OP or Burning to make it the kills on the Timbersaw. Need that magic damage. Later on, not just yet though.
Yeah, mid lane's certainly the potentially easier kill, and Baboka is going to come through from the high ground. Kaiser.
He doesn't have boots.
And he's going to get caught out by this Burrow Strike. And I don't know if there's any way he can survive this one. Light Strike Array is going to be totally juked out. And IG take the kill.
Oh man, nice. Baboka does what I like to do with sinking. Buys the Aura Venom while he's roaming around like this. That little bit
especially
of
effective
slow.
when the mid's not got boots.
Yeah, and when you're playing versus when you're playing with Death Prophet and you're sinking, you have that little extra slow with the Spirit Siphon, and everything adds up to be able to keep that distance closed. Baboka actually tries for a random dust to find the bounty here, unable to find it. Milan going for a courier snipe. It's coming. He may be able to get it. He doesn't have the second Shadow Walk though. Is he able to? Oh, with the speed burst. Very important. This is actually something we used to say all the time when we used to play versus bounty a lot. Is
to save the boost.
Save the speed burst. Never use speed burst when it's leaving the base. You use it in between your two towers.
He might get
Milan
it on the
might
way
get
back.
it anyway though. Oh,
he was just a little early
so
on that way.
Mid lane. Again, Kaiser getting stunned up from Baboka. The rotation's coming in. This is what we were talking about. This mid lane is the big problem.
Yeah, this pressure that they can put on. I mean, just Death Prophet is a hero. Able to dive towers with that Siphon, healing her up. It's pretty nasty indeed. And already, what, 6 minutes in, this is definitely getting to be a bit of a sharper lead in the laning stage for IG, even in comparison to how well they walked away with game one.
Yeah. XSS is starting to eat a lot of pressure though. Once that Timbersaw gets level 6, it's really hard for you to stay there versus Chakram. Now Bounty comes down too. They've got another Chakram. Not a whole lot of mana though. Only a Chakram and one Whirling Death. And the Soul Ring was on cooldown. And now, Milan.
Oh, he would
dust.
love to be level 6. Look how close he is. He was 2 XP away from level 6 there. That's what feels bad. I mean, they get the kill, but 2 XP cost him that dual damage. He's got it.
It's just everywhere. Now they can actually do something. If they get the duel under the tower and they have a TP coming in,
he's gonna go for
there it is. TP's coming in for Death Prophet.
33 stuck around for a long time there to get that tower. I mean, make sure that IG don't get the deny at least, but he gives away his life and
He
gives
did kill.
XXS the +10.
He killed the whole tower with the first catapult. So that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, for a Timberlane, yeah, 7
Yeah.
minutes in, yeah, you're right. It's a lot of pressure that he put on.
But yeah, pays with his life. That's what we were saying, is that the only way that they had the kill is actually if they bring in the Death Prophet or the Sven for that extra burst damage. And perfect rotation coming out from OP, carrying a nice early TP on him. Another
again.
random dust.
He's trying his best with these random dusts.
Look how
Eventually
much
he'll
he's buying. He's buying so much reveal.
Yeah, he does see that because he sees the bounty with the sword move, and it's just a little late. This time, the courier will get sniped. Didn't have any items on, but still, nice bit of a bonus. The
Yeah.
gold and the XP.
Milan going for the courier sniping build, as we call it. I think maybe next time was one of the ones who, or maybe next time or Pylai die, the 2 points in Shadow Walk rather than 2 points in Shuriken. So you have that extra little bonus damage. And he's starting to, you see what Milan's doing? Carrying about a bunch of sentries, he's starting to block the camps. So he doesn't want Burning to get that accelerated farm. Take out at least 2 of them that will probably be stacked later on.
And that's definitely the way to play
Yeah.
against Bunny, especially when he's on, I mean, you say we saw what he did on the Troll, this time on a Sven, a hero that's even more farm oriented.
Yeah.
Gotta shut him down, gotta slow him somehow.
But Boka's been having some pretty good games lately. He's back, baby. The Boka from the AC.
It really is.
Yeah, this game he's already 4-0 and 2, so he's involved in 6 and 7 the kills, and he's not being greedy. He's not buying like Windlace and Raindrop and just trying to be the super greedy guy. No, he's buying the sentries, he's buying the dust. He's making sure that OP gets his farm top. Burning top, the pressure's coming out, but XXS is there.
There's that backup, XXS looking for the duel. He's gonna go for it there, has more than enough backup to certainly secure the kill there with a heal bomb as well from Q. IG. And again with the superior rotations and reactions, 33. Playing around now, knows that majority of IG spells have already been thrown down.
He's pretty buff versus these heroes. It's really Death Prophet is the only real great magic damage until they have like Epicenter online, which isn't far away, but Boka's about to be level 6. So once they have that one, they actually have other ways to kill the Timbersaw. OP's starting to threaten bottom with a DD. How's our Lich doing? Lich almost 6. Lena's just been jungling for a while. Void's on his way toward Vlad's. But yeah, HR is a bit shut down right now. Dire scan. It actually catches Milan making his way up. But Boka looks.
He's gonna go for the dust
again. He's gonna go for the dust again. He wants to.
Oh. Milan.
Oh, Milan placed a ward behind the tower. It was not spotted by IG. So now they do see the dazzle. They're trying to make a committed dive here, but with only level 1 Timber Chain, hard to close the gap.
Still do. I mean, Baboka's there. Holds them both out with the Burrow Strike. Q. Does he survive at the shackle? He doesn't.
Damage.
Baboka may get Milan. No, needed another touch to bring him down, as Milan will survive. So, HellRaisers is getting away with the kill. Putting a bit of pressure onto the mid lane as well. Kaiser and J4 moving forward. Bottom lane though, XXS nearly catching out Swift Ending there with a nuke. And that was a Chrono committed. Looks like Swift Ending, I mean, I guess he actually just used the Chrono defensively. He's not done any damage, so had to Chrono and run. So
I see the duel is on cooldown too. So
yeah, so maybe the duel and then the Chrono afterwards as he only just survived.
Yeah, I guess he chronoed and just jumped away to survive. Must have been something along those lines. IG able to claim that tier 1 tower bottom without actually having to commit Exorcism. So that was just through sheer right clicks. And now they'll have that for the next objective they want to take. But Boka placed very deep wards earlier on too, so they always have seen Kaiser farming that jungle. Mid lane, J4 in a lot of trouble.
Body blocked up. And we'll throw out the chain frost.
Right next to each other.
Is their Q. It's going to go right down in the health, but Baboka's back in with the Burrow Strike just in time to cancel the TP of J4. Still finds the kill on Lich. And IG will survive. Chain Frost baited.
That got scary. I think Boka probably gave Q a bit of a heart attack there. He ran right next to him. Q was like, no! Get away! They have Shrine up in a moment. Q looks like he wants to use it, but Boka was trying to set up the top, but now they want to 3-man, and they put down some sentries to make sure that that ancient camp is not blocked as well. Check for that bounty hunter. How's 33 doing?
He's very farmed. He's up there at the top on par.
Doing pretty well.
With OP. Second highest on the net worth, and yeah, I mean, they're pretty much on exactly the same. Burning does have that master. He's going to get to farming in the jungle. And yeah, of course, yeah, now this stage with that D-Ward as well. Both of the camp blocks are now removed from IG's jungle, so they have control again of that. the farm will be there for the taking for burning.
Yep. And it's farm time. Baboka now sets up top. He's going to push lanes out. If he goes for 2 points in the caustic rather than skilling the ultimate, just knows he wants the farm, get that blink dagger online. Every time 33 kind of sees Death Prophet, he feels pretty confident. Every time that OP is showed mid, he steps up and starts farming the wave again. So he doesn't feel too threatened by the rest of the heroes on IG, clearly. He can be susceptible to dying to a God Strength Sven, though. Something he needs to worry about. Or when Baboka does have Epicenter. But now as Death Prophet disappears, that's where 33 has to be careful.
And careful indeed he is. Back off, and we'll have J4 back in the neighborhood with him.
They see him farming here. They have a ward in their own jungle, just watching those movements coming in. They did lose that top tier 1 relatively early. XXS almost has the blink dagger finished up, so they'll have those pickoffs, but this is all just time for Burning to catch back up, because he was versus a lich lane, which, you know, it sucks. You miss a lot of experience. You get yourself denied a lot of creeps, a lot of gold. But now that lull period, definitely benefiting IG a lot to get this Sven online. Now Track is online though for HR. Maybe they go for a type of smoke play soon with their Chrono, with their Chain Frost, making their way toward what I would think would be top to play around those two. The line is drawn.
So they do catch IG out this. I mean, at the moment, IG, they're towards the mid. They have a smoke themselves on Q. So if they want to go for it, oh, smoke or some Baboka, yeah, they're definitely going to go for a smoke themselves. IG from the mid lane, heading up towards the top through their jungle. They could have the chance of getting a good catch here.
This could be
onto HellRaisers.
This could be scary if the Chrono's good with Chain Frost, but they do actually spot out Swift ending right away.
He has the time walk away, does juke out the Burrow Strike, turns around, gets the bash, 33 jumping in, there's the Chrono. There's the Chain Frost as well. This is pretty perfect for HellRaisers. They've taken down Baboka. XXS will be safe just in time. Burning and OP do look towards 33, will take down the Tibbers or Swift ending, trying to jump forward, but he's not going to get XXS the heal, and in fact the duel is successful as well. Milan being chased. Do they have detection? Doesn't look like they do.
They have 1 sentry, but yeah, Q doesn't even expend it.
So just, I mean, despite what seemed to be a great start for HellRaisers there with the Chrono, with the Chain Frost, just wasn't quite enough. Incredibly clutch save from Q coming out with the Grave onto XXS. XXS, in fact, trying to chase down Milan.
Milan out of mana.
He got cheeky, tried to reveal himself and go for the dazzle kill. The dust will clip him either way.
Oh, space right now. Milan. Space for days. Probably gonna die, but space. Okay.
Definitely gone.
Yeah, the initial setup,
it looks
Legion
alright.
Commander blinked in as the Chrono comes out because the Void got a first hit bash on Sanking. They get the nice Chain Frost, but with Dazzle in the area, they get that nice Grave off. And the Timbersaw gets isolated, gets bursted down by the Sven. And then from there, it's tough for HR to do anything without that Chrono.
XXS is ready to go mid again. Here we go, looking for the duel opportunity. Jumps in, finds it. Good silence there onto Kaiser, making sure there's no reaction. They won't get the bonus damage, but they do. They don't get the kill. Oh, 33 able to turn it there. Burst down Baboka. The rest of IG sent back, and well, Frost Armor, it is pretty strong.
Yeah, Ice Armor plus the 20 reactive stacks.
He lived through it all. 33.
Close to Bloodstone now. Not too bad, not too bad. Sven is still farming, clearing all of it. And did he go for the blink this game?
Yeah, he's just picked it up. Just picked it up.
So he wants to get involved a bit earlier on this time around. HR's not out of it by any means. It's a super close game already now, because the Void also has Vlads. Lena's been farming, almost Bloodstone. Actually, Bloodstone's pretty much finished. Timbersaw as well. So they're hitting a good stride. And yeah, they've gotten majority of the towers too. Even top tier 2 is about to die too from HR. It's in deny range. But now because we're burning the ancient farming show. Chunking those down really quick.
See if they can do something with this smoke again. Look. Swift ending in J4. Milan. Bloodstone's picked up in unison there. By both 33 and Kaiser. I'll say HellRaisers won't find anything this time around with the smoke. IG Again, though, smoking at a similar time, but this time in a
Smoke to their
different
Legion.
direction.
I'm just like looking at HR and I'm like, wow, they've gotten 4 towers already with their lineup. I'm like super surprised about it.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't have building hitters.
Pushing lineup indeed that you expect to get this much done.
Yeah. IG should be able to clean this tier 2 though. Setting up a trap with XXS. The rest of them are positioned behind, but OP says screw it. Let's go. Exorcism level 2. During all this, Milan just soaking experience from burning from those ancients.
Radiant's bottom tower.
So Exorcism now expended. Maybe this is where HR looks to fight, since they do have those double bloodstones picked up, and Milan has been scouting, burning this entire time. Maybe they'll be able to close the distance on him, but it doesn't seem like it without the void in position just yet. Swift Ending's starting to make his way over. But he gets stuck in, he jumps into the trees actually to get that position. Baboka. 800 more for Blink Dagger and Baboka. So that'll be where their big team fight comes out for IG when Death Prophet Ultimate is down. Because right now they still don't have the resources. When Exorcism's on cooldown, their team fight isn't really that great for IG.
No.
Until they have that Blink Sanking. Eyes on Burning. They look like they really want to jump. Look at these guys.
Yeah, Milan's getting them a lot of info. With this, they've dropped down the sentry. So Milan's got to be careful if he comes back this way again. As XXS was prone to try and make a jump. That was going to be the case.
So HR unable to find a real window to use their Chrono and their Chain Frost during Exorcism's cooldown. So that's a big win there for IG, not having to respond to a fight without Exorcism. While Burning just continues to get that farm up. And we've seen what these Fens do. We've seen what happens when they have this BKB Blink Dagger.
He's at the top, and yeah, without fights, without taking more objectives, there's no way that anyone on HellRaisers can keep up with the farm of Burning Sven. And Jared wants that BKB, so they've got ways to fight around the BKB, but I mean in terms of control with the Chrono, but
they don't have
damage-wise.
Yeah.
It's just it's not there at all.
Their physical damage is non-existent for now. It's just the Void. I mean, being avoided Lina right clicks, not something too bad. You know,
it's
once
something, but
yeah, once Lina gets level 15,
amazing.
when you get the level 15 talent, you know, the 50 damage plus the Shadow Blade, which he's going for, then they have a little bit more right click, but still in comparison, it's mostly bad. Milan's still just scouting around. He's having a blast. XXS has Blade Mail finished up, so you can actually, you can isolate maybe the Lina if you get those duels, but everybody else is kind of different for that. Baboka getting chased out here by 33. He should be just fine. He's got Sandstorm, Burrow Strikes up in 2. He's out. So right now it's just going to be a time of both teams forcing lanes out to each other, and it's a farming game for the time being. Which is fine, because IG's now has Exorcism online, and this is where they can start to want to take fights again. And Sven's about to have BKB. So that'll be the big indicator for IG, at least for me, is the Blink Dagger on Baboka is going to come out at the same time as the Sven BKB, and then it's go time. They can smoke up, they can pick fights around the Roche pit, or wherever they seem to have the best vision.
No, XXS with that Blade Mail complete as well, definitely. Good potential of finding more pickups, but it's starting to slow down, as you say. Both of these teams. Deep again, Milan. Let's get spotted out by the creep. Knows that there's a sentry in the neighborhood now.
Kaiser steps up. Q already places the sentry gun though, and there it is the duel. Bye bye.
They're just gonna jump in straight away. Burning actually popping the God Strength.
Burning's like, I gotta help you. Oh wait, he's dead.
So, I mean, still been a little careful revealing himself. Maybe was hoping that that wasn't going to be a solo Lina.
Yeah, I think
as maybe you expect
more.
with a movement like that, you think that Kaiser's going to have backup if he's just going up for some sort of bold pickup like that.
Yeah. Oh, IG wants to fight this bottom. They already use God's Strength though, so Burning will not be there. But OP now with Exorcism, they get the silence on 33.
Oh, they do have Chrono if he can get it out, and he does. Chain Frost is going to be pretty big, but already, yeah, XXS wrapping around from the back of it all. Doing a lot. They've lost the Dazzle. They have lost Baboka as well. Maybe HellRaisers can clean this one up. They're looking towards OP. They'll cut him down as well. The dream fight there at the end of the day for HellRaisers. They land that chrono, they take a lot from it, and they'll look to get a tier 2 as well.
Ends up hurting a lot that Burning had to expend, or accidentally expended the God Strength top and unable to be involved in bottom. Really hurts them actually. And they did get the stun instantly on the Void, but yeah, their damage just was lacking. They didn't have that big frontliner to help them out, that big Sven. So HR definitely finding a little bit of a window there with their Chain Frost Chronosphere combo.
Yeah, the combo is, as we're seeing, proven to be pretty devastating. Now with the Blink pickup on the Void, it's going to get even easier to execute.
Yeah. IG needs to watch their movements like that. If they're going to commit to defending, they have to bring all the heroes. I mean, I think even maybe if God Strength was on cooldown, could maybe help anyway, but I don't think, yeah, no, he doesn't want to. So God Strength was used. I think that maybe they should just sack the tower in hindsight. Yeah, that's, you know, hindsight's 20/20.
Maybe they'll try and do something now. Have they got a smoke?
Yeah, they're gonna go for some smoke
Yeah,
play.
Q's got it.
Blink BKB on Sven and Blink on the Sand King.
No epi, no exorcism, but definitely not required to get kills.
They've got a ward. They see
jump.
the Void.
I catch him straight away. No way that he can get himself out of that one. They will throw out the Chain Frost this time with no control such as the chrono. It's not going to be too much of a threat. IG survive.
Maybe they make their... I thought they might actually just make their way into the Rosh pit with that God Strength, but nope, they want to claim themselves a tier 2. They don't have Exorcism online. Just the easier play, the less risky one. They get themselves some very deep wards there too. They place one, of course, at the Ancient where they cast the Void, and that's a new ward I've seen behind the tier 2.
This one here? On the floor?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
It's a very different position. We either see it on the hill or on the low ground below it, so it's a cool one. This Timber is massive, 33.
Yeah,
Solar
I mean,
Crest, Bloodstone, Hooded Defiance.
When you beat him and Kaiser are still farming incredibly well.
Yeah.
Kaiser, I mean, again, he's pretty much the same as Burning's farm. Burning's on the Sven. This is very impressive by Lena.
Yeah, this time around it's not like they're losing all their towers. They're also taking good trades. They've got 5 towers taken out.
BKB now complete on OP. The smoke to be picked up. Burning does have an invis. Ooh. I mean, definitely with the Legion he can go for this. Wow, not if the Shadow Blade Out's already there from Kaiser, and indeed Kaiser is gone. If he hadn't Shadow Bladed there, a Stormhammer into a duel would have secured his fate.
Yeah. So now we're seeing the Lincoln's going to be being picked up for Kaiser. I'm imagining we'll see one also for the Void eventually, maybe.
I mean, yeah, he's looking towards Ags at the moment.
Toward Ags. Okay.
I agree with you. I feel like you have to get a Lincoln's here, as we've seen. If he gets jumped on, he's dead.
There's a couple ways to break the Lincolns, but maybe they're just feeling they rely so much on the Chronosphere that they need him to have an Aghanims. They can't really fight without Chrono whatsoever. They only have him as their big guaranteed lockdown. Other than that, it's a Lena stun. So it makes sense to me why he's going for the Aghanims too. They really need that to build a team fight at all versus IG. Burning, going for Bloodthorn. Pretty much expected versus Timber and Void.
Very good versus both of them, so they can't escape.
Game stays a little slow. But we do have the BKB that was freshly picked up by Death Prophet, so IG definitely wants to take a fight around those new BKBs that they do have. And here we go. They start making their way toward top. There's a ward down, but of course they are smoked. Burning, however, will walk through the vision of the Radiant.
33 is a tough one to go on. I say that, by the looks of it, with the amount of damage Burning can offer from the God Strength, he just absolutely melts.
Oh.
Not even going to get away there. Burning getting a smart touch through off the cleave and then goes in close for the finisher.
I like how they both just pop BKB as well. Or did all 3 of them? Okay, no, Death Prophet did, but yeah, 2 of them did. But now that's perfect. They still have God Strength active. They still have Exorcism active. This Rush is dying in no time.
Absolute instinct. Just bam! Disappears.
Bam!
Gone. Just like that. And Milan's got to be careful. There's a sentry down here, boys.
I love when you say bam, Owen. Oh, they actually get the dust on him.
Yeah,
he walked in range.
He did walk in range. That is another one. IG getting what, 3 kills in succession along with the Roche. I mean, HellRaisers have actually smoked up they're not to be deterred. They want to try and find something big here. I mean, XXS is a pretty tasty kill.
He's got Blink if he thinks they're near, but oh, the Chrono comes out.
Did get the Blade Mail out in time. So Kaiser takes a bit of a beating in return, but they'll obviously still follow through, get the kill.
And the good little surge of gold. Gold and experience. The experience probably a little bit bigger one for the team. 2,200 going their way.
Open nearly with the Yules complete. Milan.
IG feeling very comfortable now after that rush. But there's by no means is HR out of this one still. The only issue for them is that their Void is chain dying. He's unable to really get much off other than just Chronosphere. He's not getting the kills. He's just the setup. So they're relying on later stages of this game that the Lina and the Timbersaw to do all the heavy lifting, which could prove to be pretty troublesome versus IG's full tricore.
Just going on mid Milan. Again, just constantly in this area. I mean,
he's been doing a great job of scouting.
Yeah, he's been getting a lot of info.
But he does walk into a lot of sentries and play with his
does.
life, which may happen here again. The dust comes out, and it's going to be free dual damage.
Out to plus 86 now, doing very well indeed. XXS. 7-1-5 on the Legion Commander this game.
These random sentries. Poor Milan. He's like, what? Another sentry there? Come on, guys. Give me a break. He was just making his life super difficult.
I mean, to be fair, I guess he didn't know this one was there, but he knew one was there earlier. Because
Yeah.
he aggroed the creeps here.
He knows there's... Yeah, he's
He
starting to realize they're everywhere.
He's
drawing circles.
Cheeky over it.
He's drawing circles. He's drawing lines. He's aware of what's going on. Burning shows top, so Milan draws a line. He's like, IG's probably meeting up with Burning toward top, and that's exactly what's happening. They are positioned there. And they're setting up for the defense. Boca ready to go in, but now HR seems to be a bit afraid. However, they are staying a little bit in the vicinity, but with that shrine behind is always definitely a big fear factor of getting that sandwich happen to you. You just get trapped. So yeah, they're just getting the hell out of there. Baboka goes for another random dust. Actually just misses Milan this time around.
It's been all about trying to catch that bounty this game.
I don't know how many times they've actually gotten, what, six times now? Or 3 times with random dust, or 2 times with random dusts? All ultimates are ready. IG still has the Aegis for another minute and a half, so it's definitely their time to fight still.
IOP. Coming in on the front of this. Swift ending will time walk away.
Oh, J4. Very dead.
Yeah, XXS.
Dual damage.
Yeah, it will take the damage. Jumps, the Chrono comes out, but that is not as good at the Chronos as we've been seeing at all. Doesn't achieve anything whatsoever, and now Swift ending himself should be in trouble. The silence comes through along with the Stormhammer, and he does not get a chance to time walk out. Not the Chrono that they needed there. Bit of a panic Chrono.
Yeah, that was definitely dubious. Now it's going to be big timing window for... Well, IG has a lot of liberty now just to walk around and do whatever the hell they want. The Chrono is pretty much the only thing they need to be afraid of. And now it's on cooldown for 90 seconds, and he's still dead for 30.
They're going to hunt for Kaiser here. They realize that he's in the tree line.
He's got Gem and Shadow Blade. He's pretty hard to pick up, but actually Senki does have
They're going to see him now. Yeah,
they've got dual,
yeah, they can play with him here. I don't think Kaiser can't escape from this. That's going to be more dual damage here.
No, he just...
Okay, quick deny.
And during this though, they know that Chrono's down. Now Lina's dead for 40. Exorcism and Aegis are ready to go. Might as well go for the high ground push. Glyph is still is ready for HR if they want to expend it. They actually throw the Chain Frost up onto Burning.
We're getting fair good bounces onto Burning. Burning does, yeah, indeed still have the Aegis. BKB comes out from OP, Siphon and the Silence onto this Void. Void getting brought down low, has the Shrine. Still standing the ground, trying to finish with the racks. Burning jumps back in. Milan will be fine with the Invis. But the Chakramat, there's the jump forward from XXS. Has managed to catch the Timbersaw. Can they bring 33 down in time? No, they won't get the dual damage. They do get the kill. He's down, buys back immediately. But already the melee racks is gone. The fortification not quite there. It was indeed just after the melee racks went down.
Oh, they may have actually been able to at least just hold that racks for a bit longer. But
and imagine if they had Chrono here.
they couldn't.
100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 1 It would have been beautiful. I mean, they do get Dazzle at least on the way out. Maybe they could get more, but they were a blink and a chrono. 10 seconds is painful. This chrono opportunity slipping away from them.
33 just jumps in one more time. So that's a buyback from the Timbersaw. Yeah, buyback from Timbersaw. They lose the racks because of the late glyph, but and then I guess they get one track kill on the Dazzle. But huge win for IG there, making the best use of their time while the Chronosphere was on cooldown. Yeah, unfortunate for HR though, that late glyph. Definitely could have saved their racks there. I mean, that was just one hit. Used it.
They have got that chrono now though. Maybe they could do something in return here with this push. Jump forward from Burning. This with the stun. Nice juke off with the Shadow Blade. Kaiser.
Yeah, IG doesn't want to fight when the Dazzle's down, and especially when Exorcism and God Strength are up.
It looks like HellRaisers don't want to fight there as well. IG now back on the hunt. See what they can get. But Lan at the moment down on the bottom there. Didn't get any eyes on them. There's a DD rune here.
They're ready to go with this, probably. They're going to grab it up, make the moves. They see him with the DD, though. They do have that ward. Spotted it for a second. I already Chain Frost. Oh, he's pushing out the way.
Courier. Scott. Milan. Does catch it. Connects excess punish him. He's on the hunt for him. He's invis. Where's that detection?
Baboka ports in. He's like, I'm on the case. He's looking for him.
He's coming in. He's in the trees there, Milan, and Milan's made the right move. And well, I set up Baboka.
Finds a ward, though, at least, for his troubles.
Yeah.
Oh, they now see the Force Staff come out. Unable to get vision for that Yule Step there. Shit. Baboka really doesn't like this Bounty Hunter. But at least they'll be able to clean up that one obs ward that they did find before. The creeps get it.
Oh, what? Rip 100 gold.
Minus one. Yeah, minus one. That's the worst feeling ever, dude.
And the
Creeps take your last hit as a support. Take your ward. Just tilting.
Oh, dear. OP very close to having his Octarina completion. Milan is going to make his way over again. Let's be a little careful. IG, the three of them up on there. Kaiser. Hiding in the trees once more.
Has MKB queued up next on Kaiser. Got Boots of Travel finished too. His damage is no joke if he actually is able to get the MKB. But for now, he's extremely susceptible to death. 8 armor on the Lina. Only 8 versus this God Strength Sven, Dazzle with Weave, the Solar Crest as well versus Exorcism. So if they are able to find the Lina ever, he's very dead mid lane.
XXS straight up for the solo duel. Jumps in, has Burning there as well. Has 33 down, and yeah, what happened mid?
Baboka just epi'd him.
Okay.
He epi'd the Lich while that was happening bottom. That was it. Just a solo kill mid, and yeah, the Burning and XSS combo finding 33, who used the buyback before. So 45 seconds that he's dead.
Right
and
down
have,
on the Bloodstone charges as well.
Yeah, and they have Exorcism. I believe Roche is probably their next choice. Oh, they actually find the Lina on the outside.
Yeah, they've got the Yule set up. Burning jumps forward as well with the Storm Hammer. Kaiser's gone as well.
It's that. Well, screw Roche. Time to go high ground. They have Exorcism ready.
Starting to crumble here. HellRaisers. They certainly gave it a better shot than game one. They had a lot of hope, and now, as we can see at this stage of the game, one slip up like that, it's going to cost you easily another set of racks. As the push from IG is pretty damn insane. It's level 20 Death Prophet. A second melee racks and range racks taken down. IG very much keeping themselves in firm control of this game. 13k gold lead.
Yep. Roche is up. They kill tier 3s and Draxes. They can take some shrines. They have pretty much any window to do whatever they want in this game. Now, HR still can try to take fights, but it's getting very, very difficult. Void is completely shut down at this point. He does have the Ags at least, so he has the low cooldown chrono, but his damage is completely negligible. They completely rely on Lina and Timbersaw on those. So he has to, they pretty much have to hope for 5-man chronos. But now into Aegis Cheese, it's looking impossible for them.
Yeah, yeah, as you said, 5-man chrono, they've got a chance. Other than that, it's
grim.
So hard, considering the heroes they have at this stage. And again, just IG with Burning being in a fantastic place, top of the net worth.
Yeah, they see Kaiser down bottom, and actually Did I see? Okay, so the Timbersaw actually committed for Aghanims this game. So
Okay.
Oh, they're gonna fight Kaiser here. They found him.
He's gone.
He's dead.
Small dual damage for XX.
Oh,
Oh,
that's not
okay, quick with the deny.
Ha! He made Baboka look silly for it being.
Baited. Baited hard.
So the Timbersaw at least has Aghanims, so they do have damage inside the Chrono. The problem is when you do build this Aghanims on Timbersaw,
Yeah.
I actually don't like it unless you have like over 15 to 20 Bloodstone charges, because you do not have the mana sustain for
It's
it.
well 400, yeah, for the pair of them out.
Yeah,
That
it's
is a
really absurd
lot.
how much it really is. But I think that they're feeling pretty desperate, so it's understandable why he would do that.
It's great for pushing out the stronger creeps, but as you say,
Yeah.
you're going to make a lot of trips back to base. But I guess if you're being forced into the base, that's not the end of the world. Oh no, Baborka getting the wrap round. He's going to have vision upon them. It will be a
Pretty nice
buyback.
chrono.
It is a nice chrono. Where's the follow-up damage?
follow.
There's literally nothing else being thrown in. Now finally the Chain Frost comes through, but already XXS on the high ground, dueling up the Lina, taking down XXS, gets the dieback. 33's
they
down
just
as
call
well,
it.
and GG is cool indeed. HellRaisers tap out. IG get themselves 2 more wins under their belt.
Baboka just charges in the fountain and dies.
Enemy incoming.
The new one.
Enemy incoming. Alright. So, IG take the series.
Yeah.
It was, of course, kind of expected coming into this one. No, HellRaisers did look a little better there in game 2.
It's closer. They had a better game plan.
Yeah.
They had stronger lanes this time around. And they actually were making aggressive moves. That was the one thing I did like seeing.
Yes.
Last game
That
they
was
were just
nice.
completely passive, but this time they at least tried to make these moves. But
Yeah.
IG overall, definitely the better team. And I think the overall lineup from there is just more natural to 5 men together and go siege. While HRs have not really great objective takers, as we stated, and they rely entirely on Chronosphere for their lockdown and team fight.
Well, there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. 2-0 here for IG. HellRaiser, well, I'm not quite sure on the situation with the Cloud9. Cloud9 were playing right now, weren't they?
I will update
Let's check
you
it out. I
right
wanna
now.
have a look.
Let's see if
check
I
it
can
out. I want to
refresh
see
it
how
up.
Cloud9 are doing.
So
Did they-
Cloud9 are 3-12 or 3-10.
So they
sorry.
must have just won a game, right? In the series they're playing right now.
We don't know actually. It doesn't.
Check it out. Go on the streams. Go on the streams. They're playing right now.
Alright,
aren't
I'll check it. They won game
they
1.
won game 1. Who
So-
are they playing against?